I have already mapped the head, the arch, and the tail of the brow. So my first step is I'm going to make a straight line at the base of the head and the top of the head. That's going to determine the thickness of my brow. My next step is that I'm going to mark the highest point of the arch. Now you'll see in this video that I realize right away that one is higher than the other. And so I'm always going to map the higher arch. So it's easier to make that correction when you first notice it versus when you have to go back in. I'm going to lay my thread straight through mark A, the top of the head, going through the top of the arch. My next mark is going to be from the top of the arch going down through the tail. The third step is I'm going to line my thread at the base of the head going through the low point of the arch. Her natural brow shape is really letting me follow this nice and easy. My last mark is from the low point of the arch meeting that tail. So one side is done. Next, I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So the top of the head through the high point of the arch, high point of the larch going down to the tail, the base of the head going to the low point of the arch, and then the low point of the arch meeting at the end of the tail. Then I'm going to take my pencil and I am going to follow the exact outline and fill it in. Now this step isn't always necessary, especially if you're just doing a brow wax. You will just wax around that white line and move on with your day. But this is a nice added touch to kind of fill in the brow for the clients and show them what it would look like when they fill it in at home. It's also a good way to kind of retail brow pencils so that they can maintain the shape that you gave them. It also gives them a really nice visual cue to say, yes, this is what I want my brows to look like, and you can proceed with the waxing. So once the one side's done, I'm going to repeat the exact same thing on the other side, filling it in. Now, if you are doing a stain, I would not recommend filling it in with the pencil. I would then apply the stain over that white thread or the white thread line. So you're going to fill it in and you're going to have them sit up and you're going to check your symmetry and you're going to hold your thread and make straight lines. Make sure that everything meets straight across. You also want to get the client's approval, make sure that they like it. If there's anything that they don't like or anything that needs adjustments, go ahead and make it. You'll see I was a little sloppy with my outline, so I'm cleaning up the line. I also realized that I made that arch a little bit higher than the other, so I'm going to make that adjustment. And once everything looks symmetrical and you have the client's blessing, go ahead and proceed with your service.